Look, if I had the camera on my body and on my face locked in there as I'm doing what I'm doing, as I'm going through my routine, as I'm acting my role, as I'm behaving my talk, as I'm being my talk, my body language can be read. My fears, my terrors, my insecurities, my vulnerabilities are right there in the body language to be observed. Like a Sartrean mirror that keeps revolving, or a mirror in a carnival, refractory mirror. I see my image, I see my being, my meaning, constantly fed back to me out there in the environment, in the social arena of confrontation and contest and encounter. You can't get away from that. You drag the past with you, the past things you've done, the engrams, which are the re-stimulators, the emotional target points, the re-stimulators that hide like a monkey in the corner of the mind and are ready to be re-stimulated by a word, by a look, by a response that you have not been adequately prepared yourself, or you didn't know yourself. You didn't transmute, you didn't sublimate, you didn't take yourself seriously. By that I mean your physical presence, your appearance, your personality, your gamesmanship, your swag. These are all objective determinants. If you don't know it, your opponent certainly will. Your opponent being your other social actor in vicious, cutthroat competition. Nothing can change that reality. Nothing can get rid of the bully, the intimidator, because by your victimhood, by your victim attitude, by your victim physical presence, by your posture, by your body language, by the sound of your voice and the words you say and the way you say it, the timing, and mostly by the fact that we don't know how to shut up. You don't know how to talk to the point. Be brief, tip kiss. Think it big, stupid, and keep it simple. Talk to the point, be very brief, and know when to shut up. You have to develop very, very good 360-degree observational skills. You got to know what's around you. You got to assess the situation from moment to moment. You got to know where you stand, take nothing for granted. You got to check it out, you got to test it out. Then you have to take it right back into that environment of confrontation and of encounter and of judgment and of mockery and ridicule and pariahhood, and fight your way out of that. That's why I say, think negative, be negative in this meaningful experience way. Everything should be a meaningful experience. You have to take it back to the drawing board, set up your models, set up your simulations, recreations of what happened, what went wrong, recreate it. The visuals, the physicals, the postures. Use the gestalt chairs. Become your projection. Become your fantasy of the other social performer. So ask what you want the other social performer to do for you that you won't do for yourself. Take back your projections piece by piece, fragment by fragment. Put the puzzle together under your own self-support, self-sufficiency. What else can I say? You've got to aufgeheben. This means overcome any need for the other social performer. And in this sense, you've got to be a rock and an island in a very tough world. Your other social performers will walk out the door. They don't have the time for you. Each has their own, none has the time. That's all. Oh, yeah, well, what can you do for me? What will you do? That's the attitude. You got to talk in terms of the other social actor's interests to hold his attention. You got to be a good showman. You got to be entertaining and interesting. You got to master the art of trivial conversation. And you've got to master the art of the vibes. You can't say it, you have to act it, you have to perform it. It'll either make you or break you, then you have to just move on and recognize everyone's replaceable. Everyone can be substituted for. Don't become addicted to the presence. Don't become a flaming codependent. Use every experience, good, bad, they're all the same. Whether it's a good experience, a bad experience, doesn't matter. They're all on the same level, really. A meaningful experience. March into the negative and clean out the Aegean stables before you can put your own product in there, and before you can build up bit by bit and win the right to be captain of your own ship, master of your fate. That's your date with destiny in reality. Who am I is the question, and that is a contest. That's an exploration. Who am I? Oh yeah, but who are you? You say, hey, baby, who are you? Who's checked you out? Who's quality controlled what you're saying? If you say you have X, Y, Z ability, what professional that knows what they're talking about, knows what to look for and what to listen for, has evaluated you? Don't listen to what some idiot, some clown out there tells you by way of admonishment, encouragement. They have an agenda. Look for the agenda behind the accolades. A good paranoia is necessary. There's so much bullshit going on out there.